one. They're up there.
What I have for you today is my Action Cam DIY stick. My take on it. Credit goes to so many YouTubers out there that did videos on these already that I can't take credit for this being my ideal, but it is my stick, and I think I did some things a little different. This is the Walmart Monopod on fit 67-inch Monopod is what this was done off of. Found it in the Walmart camera section. It's your typical monopod that, of course, can expand out, adjustable with the different clips. Most people I saw were using ram ball mounts on their camera. I don't have ram ball mounts, and they're costly. So what I do have is a ton of Action Cam knuckles, so I use those. The end here is I took the metal point off that was in here, just pulled it out, left the plastic in here. Some people cut it. I simply chose to pull it out like I saw in another video, and lo and behold, the 1/4 inch screw that was on this Action Cam particular mount threaded right into it. I did use Gorilla Glue to make sure it stays in place, and then I added a buckle and a buckle and a buckle. So I actually get full range of movements. It can go this way, and it can go back and forth this way, side to side, just kind of same range of movements you would get on a ram ball. This down here I did do differently than I saw anyone else do. This is the leftovers from a Scotty rod holder. It looked like this before I started. Now what I've seen everyone else doing is they were buying the Scotty gearheads, and these are like $7 a pop for just the one part, and then they were combining two of those with one of these, which that's $14 just to get that little knuckle thing there. And I had two of these rod holders that I thought I was going to put on my kayak, and it turned out I did not like them on my kayak. So they've been sitting in the shop. So I took the knuckles off of both of them. I put them together, and I was going to do just like everyone else did in the video, and then it dawned on me that if I did that, then I only have the option to make one from two. And I do want to do the same thing for my front. So this one's in reserve for my front, and I cut off sections from this. That way I only was left over with the section from here to here where it's reinforced. Now that left it pretty wide, and clearly just way too wide for the pole. So once I had it cut down, sanded, and trimmed all the edges off, I put it up in my vise, and I took a heat gun to it. Found out this black plastic is very heat resistant. I mean, that thing I had to get it super hot to get any kind of flex and give it to it all, but I did get it there, and using a pair of oven mitts, put the pole in it, and then clamped it down. Actually, clamped it into the vise while it was still semi-pliable. I won't lie, it never got pliable like, say, PVC does when it's heated. This stuff was still really tough, hence why I used a vise to squeeze it around it. And let it cool. Once it was finally cool, I drilled a couple of screws, 2 on each side, and just to make sure it doesn't slip out, can't slip out. I did go ahead and leave this end cap on where most people would take and put that Scotty part up in there. But since I wasn't doing that, I decided to leave that finished end in place and the mount here, just in case if I ever wanted to, I could take that off and put a cam here and still kind of use it as a monopod. I don't like trashing things for no reason, so I left that for possible multitasking. And this will go into, you can see the Scotty mount right there still. That'll be mounted on my kayak. I can drop it in and turn it. Try and do this one-handed. There we go. And I did put a little electrical tape around the gear there, just to make it a snugger fit. So there it is. So I can turn this side to side, front to back. This over here, the knob will allow me to raise it up, and I can tighten it down with the knob. Doesn't really wiggle much, and it's very stable. So there is my DIY action cam extendable adjustable stick for my kayak. Replaced the last year I just used a wooden pole that just kind of stuck up and had the same mounts on it, but I really wasn't able to get it back far behind me or off this side. I kind of had to live with it straight up over my shoulder, and that was about it. So I'm hoping to get some better shots this year with being able to send it out to the side and extend it back farther back, so you're not just looking at the back of my head this year. And I'll see y'all in the water.